Yep. Whew, let's go. Last one. Come on, finish. Yeah. Let's go. Last one. Come on. Get some good reps here. Let's go.
All right, just wrapped up a really solid bench day. Again, another speed day today, so emphasis was bench. And being that it was a speed day, I worked at 45% or roughly 45% of a predicted max. So right around or at 185. And since this is the third week of the first wave, it called for 5 sets of 5. And it felt really, really good. The weight moves so fast. And again, with your speed work, you have to make sure you're pushing the weight as fast, you're explosive. And again, just all in on them, on that speed work. You have to be all in. It's got to be 150%. So 5 sets of 5 at 185. And I moved through those 5 sets. I'm pretty sure I got the 5 sets done under 5 minutes. So I was moving, and it was a really good bench session for that. After that, I moved into a close grip bench. As I said before, I like to, on my lighter speed days for bench, I like to go into a heavier tricep movement, and I like close grip bench. I like JM press. I like, floor press, close grip floor press, dumbbell rollovers, pin presses, close grip. Incline bench I'm going to be putting in there too. There's one of the things that I'll be adding in there is a close grip on the incline bench. That is a huge one too. I like that workout. Great for the carryover on your bench press. But either way, worked up to 315 on my 5th set for a set of 10. So that felt really, really good. So close grip bench, solid workout there. From there, I went into some croc rows or standing dumbbell rows and worked with the 150s. Did a couple sets of 10 there. Finished up with the dumbbell rows and moved over into flat bench dumbbell and did some sets with the 120s, and then did a drop set for my last set, or a back down set with the 100s. And then I finished the workout up with some dumbbell curls and then some heavy hammer curls. You'll be seeing me add a lot of heavy hammer curls. If you saw the no days off, the 245 days of no days off, I did a lot of hammer curls just because I use them for so many different things, not only for the arms, but for the forearms, or for the forearms, the biceps, my grip, all of that. So I'll really start working with some heavy hammer curls for sure. It'll help with just overall grip strength, forearm strength. And again, a lot of people that do strength training, especially specific in the powerlifting world, you'll hear a lot of powerlifters say that they never, hit biceps. I think, hitting biceps during a strength training routine is essential. Again, just building that meat in your forearms and in your biceps for a lot of cushioning, but also, it really helps with leverages, like with your JM press, your close grip, obviously your bench press. When you can have, that muscles, mass in those areas between your bicep and your upper forearm, it really helps with, leverages and cushioning and helping, just overall strength. So I worked up to 80-pound dumbbell hammer curls, and those felt really good. So overall, solid day. What I'm going to do is I want to jump into some more questions and comments. Again, I'm just going to run through these. I did some questions and comments just a couple days ago, and that was primarily on the video in which you saw the new outside gym. But I'm just going to run through, the comments as they've come in. So let's start here with the first one from Daniel Andrus 2637. Just says, I've decided to follow along on this program. I've never done anything like this. These speed workouts, but I do a lot of jump training. I think I'll be jumping higher, and the 500-pound club is going to be mine. Daniel, shout out to you. Appreciate that. Again, speed work, whether, you said jump training, just working on your explosiveness all the way around, whether that's benching, squatting, jump training, which obviously will have a carryover to not only your squat and your deadlift work with the explosiveness, but just remember when you're benching, the incorporation of the leg drive is so essential. I definitely will do a video at some point just talking about kind of my bench setup and some techniques. I just, again, it's kind of cliche when people talk about bench setup and all of that. I mean, you see it all over YouTube, all over social media. Everybody has their own views. And again, what a world record holder in the bench press, their setup compared to, it's just so many different ways. But maybe at some point I'll go over kind of a bench setup in there to talk about the leg drive. And what I'm kind of making reference to in Daniel's comment is that, explosive training, speed work, your dynamic work, your jump training, all that kind of stuff is just so essential for, explosive and power and just really adding leg drive into everything you do and every workout. You should really encompass the lower body and all of your upper body work as well. So shout out to that. Another one here from Muata Tuata just says, absolutely fire session. And that view, love it. Keep smashing and stay strong, bro. Shout out to you, appreciate that. It's a great spot outside. I'm really loving it. Great view and just a nice change up. I mentioned before that, especially if you have a home gym and or you have a home setup at some level for training, change the environment up, even in a smaller gym or your basement gym or an extra room or a garage. Every once in a while, maybe shift some things around in the gym, change locations of equipment, just little things like that. Just add mentally some positive feel to your workouts as you change things. So for me, getting outside, using some of the older equipment that I love to use, including a monolift now, which will be an essential part of squat training and other training, of course, but change the environment is huge. So again, shout out to that comment. Another one here from Ortho Bro 3 just says, I read it to myself every night before bed. This was a short that I did a while back, so shout out to that, appreciate it. Got one here from Flenner 42, just says, this is comical. Appreciate the comment, shout out to you, appreciate that. Another one from Volcal G1, working out at night like a night ninja, strength, speed, and precision. This is the art of crush juicing. Volcal, shout out to you, love it, love all your comments on the channel. I got an early session in this week outside, 2:30 in the morning session. Got up and early, had a busy day ahead of me, so just had to get the training done. If you saw no days off, the 245 days, the majority of those workouts were done extremely early in the morning. I get a lot of questions, is this nighttime for you? No, it's morning, it starts my day. Workouts usually start my day, so shout out to that, appreciate that. Another one here from Adam Rojas, sundown to sunup, spotlights. That's what's up. Great video. Adam, shout out to you, man. Yeah, it was a great outside session. Great lower day squat. Did some Romanian deadlifts, speed squats. Just a great day. Nice peace and quiet. Really focused and again, just a different environment. Shout out to that. Appreciate it. P-Dog, Paris Smith just says, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. My white brother from another mother. Killed it. Your black brother from another mother is so proud of you. Just got done with my shit too. Let's go get more BG followers, more to come. P-Dog, shout out to you, appreciate that. Got another one here from Matt Larrabee 7809. Just says, is that a 5X? So that's Matt Larry. Shout out to the Larrabee Landscape and Lawn Care crew out there. They are the grounds crew of the outside gym. So shout out to you guys. And I believe it's a 4X, Larry. So shout out to you. Appreciate that. Another one here from Urban Journal. Workouts like this are therapeutic. It's so peaceful at that hour. That loudest thing, your own thoughts. Once the first working set is underway, your mind clears and it's nothing but peace. Plus, there's something about that the workout ending right when the sun is rising. You feel like you've already conquered the day before it's even started. Urban Journal, shout out to you. Appreciate that. It was a great workout. And again, the environment was changed. Sorry, guys, I'm still out of breath from the workout. Another one here from Juan Padilla, 3203. What's the advantage of the box versus the regular squat? Great question. So again, the advantage of a box squat is obviously, in my eyes, this is my opinion, I have two kind of focuses with the box squat. First and foremost, it's a stopping movement at the bottom, so the explosiveness and working off of speed. So you come down, you almost stop momentum, and you're almost, although you stay tight, you keep your core tight, you kind of release in a sense, and then it's about explosiveness and coming off the box. So it's a great way to stop your momentum so you're not bouncing in the hole, you're not doing certain things like that. So I look at it as a huge carryover for explosive strength in the box squat. And the second part is it's great for your hips and opening your hips and really training the hip strength and opening your hips during the squat. So again, I like to use the box squats just for hip strength, hip mobility, and also explosiveness. But again, as far as kind of the carryover and the different strength, I think they all kind of have the same philosophy. A lot of box squatting you'll see utilized by people that are training in equipment or power lift and gear lifting, meaning that they use squat suits, bench shirts, and different things like that. So you'll see a lot of the West Side guys, I mean, they never squat away from a box until they're actually in a meet. So it has a huge advantage and best practice and carryover for those power lifters that are lifting in equipped powerlifting. But again, there's been a lot of research and a lot of back and forth about, box squats for raw lifters as well. I think they're huge for athletes, again, working on explosive strength, working on quickness and different things like that. But again, it's all relative to kind of where you're at. I think the most important part is obviously, for me, the two areas that I just mentioned, but also creating variation in your workout. So again, adding box squats into your routine, supplemented with, your traditional non-box squat, your regular squat, is just huge to keep that variation, alive in your routine. So that's kind of my feedback to that. So shout out to that. Appreciate that. Got another one here from Zach Craft 7204. The birds waking up is great. Yeah, getting outside, obviously in the morning you have all the wildlife coming alive and stuff like that. I can't hear much of it with my headphones in, but I can watch the videos after. When I'm editing, I can hear all those sounds. It kind of reminds me of like a PGA golf, a golf on TV, when you're watching PGA golf on TV. Got another one here from Bra Marstone. Everybody in the neighborhood should feel very safe knowing that the champion is awake and out training. Talk about a crime deterrent. Great session. Thanks. Shout out to that. Yeah, it's I'm just out there. I have a nice space to where, I'm not too close to neighbors. Obviously, I'm just doing what I do, and I'm lucky enough to have a space that I'm not going to interrupt anybody. And then I also had to utilize the lights from my truck to help with, getting some lighting out there, and the way that those are angled doesn't bother neighbors as well. So it just works. So appreciate it, but shout out to that. Appreciate that. Another one from Eric Berdu. Sled work brings the channel to another level. Angles and variations are endless and can replace a whole gym for a few bucks. Make sure all sides of the body are worked with sled. Example, pull going back, push going forward, pull sideways, both sides. My favorite sled pull is with a harness on my head to work the neck and its complete connection down the spine. Walk forward, backwards, and sideways. The first thing beginning my new journey was to pull my sled for 6 months. Every day started light. Now I can pull double my body weight or more. My pencil neck went from 14 to 16 inches in less than a year, working my way to 20 inches or more. There's no limits on only the ones we set. Most I pulled is about 550 pounds on grass at roughly 180 pounds body weight. The overall strength from this translated to all areas of my life: lifting, hauling, work. It makes everything more easy, not to mention the stress reduction and ability to handle stress. If anyone starts head pulling, go slow, no jerking movements, light to moderate weight are best. Most times it feels it's a feel exercise. If anything feels wrong, stop right away and try again next time. Yeah, shout out to that. So I'm going to be adding a lot of sled training into this routine. I've actually never used a sled pull with my head, but we'll see what happens if I can pull something off, an apparatus to set that up. But yeah, sled drags, just like you said it, Eric, are huge for overall strength, recovery work, GPP work. I mean, different things like that for, again, not only strengthening your core, your legs, that pulling movement. If you look at, some Russian styles of strength training, some of the biggest deadlifters in the world did a ton of like log pulling, like in a sled kind of variation, and pulling logs out of woods and different things like that. And their deadlifts and squats were just massive. So again, the philosophy and method works when it comes to, pulling, sled dragging, and different things like that for many different areas. So shout out to that. Appreciate that. Got another one here from Arna Biswas 1324. There's nothing more anabolic than this night workout. Shout out to that. Again, just saying that this was a morning workout for me, although night for some. It was a day. It was for me to start the day. Dave Kinderdine just says, Nightcrawler. Shout out to you, Dave. Appreciate that. Got another one from Adam V. X1531. Why do you work out at night? Again, this is not considered a night workout. This is a morning for me. And the reason why I work out this early is I have an extremely busy day with a career. I love spending time with my family. And I have a beautiful girlfriend that I love to spend time with. So again, I don't want to take away from all of that. So I sacrifice some sleep. I get up early. I function really well on fewer hours of sleep. I've had just kind of over the years of doing this, it just works for me. But the reason I train so early, there's no other reason outside of the fact that, I want life outside of the gym to be, it's very important to me to make sure that I have time to eat dinner with the family, go out, spend time at practices. My daughter is in AAU for basketball, so we're traveling a lot. She has practice during the week, and we're traveling every weekend to tournaments. So again, I want to get the workouts done so I don't take away from that important stuff in life. So shout out to that. Appreciate that. Another one here from JBTX9IU. Big, bold, and beautiful. Shout out to that. Appreciate that. Another one from Corporal Piss 727. That's pretty cool, to be honest. The lights, the rain, the steel banging. Shout out to you. Appreciate that. Another one from CJ Marsh 321. How long did it take you to get used to waking up that early, ready to train? In the early start of it, probably took, I would say, about 3 or 4 months to get adapted to doing it. And then it's been years now, so it's just a part of, it's almost instinctual. I get up, my body's ready to rock and roll. I enjoy the mornings. I'm just that type of person. So it's just worked. And again, it took probably about 3 or 4 months way back. And then over the years, it's just become second nature. So shout out to that. Appreciate that question. Another one from Mason Roy Fitness. Overall good, but it's hard to see what's going on. Yeah, some of the lighting on that video outside was what it was. It was still dark when I was training, so appreciate that. Another one from Ray84 just says, keep up the great work. Shout out to that. Got another one from Matt Flyfisher, says the mindset is second to none. Shout out to you, Matt. Appreciate that. Another one from Northeast Trapper just says, let's go. Shout out to you. Appreciate that. Ground Dog for Life 665. Loving this stronger by the day / night. Motivation always 100%. Shout out to you. Appreciate that. Got another one here from Neil Baker List. Just says, do your neighbors ever complain about you making gains that early in the AM? Laugh out loud. Peace, brother. No, I make it work. No complaints yet. So shout out to that. Appreciate that. Orthobox 3 just says, haha, what an animal. Shout out to you. Chunk Iron Chest, damn bro. Shout out to Chunk. Appreciate that. I Want to Believe 9869, brutal hardcore night workout with owls. Shout out to you. Appreciate that. And then I'm going to end here with this last question. Just says, hey man, do you recommend, this is from OrthoBro3, hey man, do you recommend sticking to high reps when doing very high volume, no days off, or is it all right to do dips into the lower reps, or is it all right to dip into the lower reps, higher intensity sets from time to time? Appreciate your videos, bro. So let me just look at this again. Do you recommend sticking to high reps when doing very high volume, no days off, or is it all right to dip into lower? Okay, so so if you're doing no days off and you want to take advantage of your recovery to the best of your ability, I would strongly I would strongly recommend that the majority of your workouts are high volume, lightweight. You're not only going to benefit from the training and making gains in whatever your goals are or what you're looking to do, but at the same time, you're going to allow the muscles to recover a lot quicker, a lot of blood flow. Again, you're not using heavy weight. You're not taxing the central nervous system. So definitely majority of high volume workouts if you're planning to do no days off. I also do recommend in that cycling some heavy low volume days, and maybe it's once or twice a month you have a day of extremely heavy work where you're low volume, high intensity, tapping into that central nervous system, and that's the reason why adding some of those days in your no days off. Make sure that you're tapping into the central nervous system and getting it activating and getting it fired every once in a while so that, again, you benefit from the CNS activation and all the benefits of that as well. So with all of that, I'm going to end there, and we will see you guys for the next video.